Welcome back to the morning news. It is 7:52, and Joanna Connolly from Business in Vancouver is with us again.
Hi.
Hi. Now we are going to be talking about the NDP's environmental policy and the announcements they made yesterday and how they're going to pay for that.
Yeah, well, that's the big question, right? And they took the opportunity of Earth Day to lay out all the environmental policies. One of them is going to be scrapping the Pacific Carbon Trust, which has been a very controversial Crown corporation.
Yes.
And so they're likely to win a few votes by promising to scrap that. But they said that the taxes levied on public institutions would be instead, under the NDP government, returned to those hospitals and schools to make energy efficient upgrades. But doesn't say quite how that's going to be paid for, since those taxes already levied are already spent.
Right.
So would they continue to levy the hospitals and schools and then return the taxes to them in the form of upgrades? So there's a question mark over how that's going to work exactly.
Okay.
And then there's the opposition to the pipelines that are currently proposed, Kinder Morgan and Enbridge's Northern Gateway pipeline.
Also a very controversial, very hot topic right now.
Indeed, and again, likely to win votes from the public who are in general outraged, and certainly environmentalists, about these pipelines and the prospect of a lot more tanker traffic in Burrard Inlet and places like that. But there has to be a plan B. Like, how are you going to get the oil from Alberta to the clamoring Asian markets if you don't build these pipelines? You know, what are the options? Are you going to build pipelines or expand them to the south and have them go out of Washington State? And if so, then there are still other risks to the states, but we don't get any of the economic benefits. So it's a difficult situation.
Right. So obviously there is an environmental impact with this. There is also an economic impact with this.
Yeah, and they have to be very carefully balanced.
Okay, well, thank you, Joanna, and thank you for joining us this morning.
You're welcome.